Hello and welcome to Roma Loves Yoga. So we're continuing our morning stretches and we're going to start lying down today. Before we get started, I've got a pillow, I've got my two sturdy books, and I've got a blanket. I've also got my little pussycat here. Hopefully she's gonna just walk out of the way of the mat. Lovely. And we're going to start down on the floor in our shavasana position. So just bring yourself mindfully down to the floor. Now allow yourself to take up space. So your feet can be about as wide as the mat. Shoulders are rolling open. Chest is slightly lifted. Hands down by your side. Just allow your palms to take their natural curve. Now if you feel any pinching in the lower back, just bring the soles of the feet into the floor, knees pointing up towards the ceiling. Feet are about hip distance apart, and you can just stay here instead. And we're going to take some mindful breaths here. So we're going to take 5 breaths, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. You can soften the gaze here if you want. Breathing in, breathing out, just allowing all that air to escape. Breathing in and breathing out. Breath in and breath out. Last one, long and slow breath in, releasing a breath out. From here, just if you've got your legs extended, bring the soles of the feet into the mat. You're going to bring the feet quite close to the buttocks, just making sure that they're parallel to each other. Hands are going to be now palms facing down into the mat. And we're just going to tuck the belly in towards the spine so you can feel the lower part of your spine has come into the floor here. From here, we're going to scoop from the bottom of the spine all the way to the top, and we're going to bring the pelvis up towards the ceiling. Now I want you to leave your head completely still, looking up towards the ceiling, so don't look at your telly or your phone or your iPad or whatever you're playing this on. Just keep the gaze straight up towards the ceiling. As we inhale, we're going to push the pelvis up towards the ceiling, squeezing at the top. And as we exhale, we're going to go from the top of the spine all the way to the base of the spine, back down into the floor. Inhale, scooping the pelvis up towards the ceiling, pushing it all the way up, squeezing the buttocks, tucking the chin ever so slightly, and then bringing yourself slowly back down. We're going to do this 5 times, so continue. Breathing out, coming down. Breathing in, just coming back up, pushing into the soles of the feet, pushing the knees away from the body. Exhale, coming back down. Last time here, inhaling. And then just pause at the top here. Squeeze the buttocks, pushing that pelvis up, and just remember to breathe here. Taking a breath in, releasing a breath out. One more breath in, and as you exhale, slowly bringing the spine all the way back down into the mat here. Let's just tuck the knees into the body either interlacing around the outside of the thighs or the shins, and just gently rock from side to side. So from here we're going to just extend that left leg down. Allow that right knee just to fall all the way to the left hand side. Allow this right shoulder to come away from the floor. And then we're going to bend that left leg, taking hold of that left foot in the right hand. If this isn't available to you, you can just bend that leg as much as feels comfortable, or you can take a strap so that you can reach the foot here, and it just means you get a stretch down this hip flexor, and you also get a stretch through your quad as well. We're just going to allow gravity to take over, just breathing here. Allow the breath to make its way all the way into the belly. One more breath. Gently release that leg now and bring yourself back up to center. Tuck the knees into the body. Just make sure you're nicely aligned. Just take those little rocking movements from side to side, massaging out that lower spine. Then we're going to extend that right leg. Allow the left knee to fall all the way to the side, bringing that left shoulder away from the floor now. Bending into that right leg, taking the foot in the left hand. Maybe just inchworming the knee back slightly so that you can feel that stretch through the hip flexor and the quad here. Using your strap if you need to, or just bending the leg if you don't want as intense a stretch down that right thigh and hip flexor. Whatever feels good for you, just allowing the body to relax into the floor once more. Breathing gently, just noticing the pace and the depth of the breath, and seeing if you can slow it down just a little. Just letting go of that right foot now. Bring yourself back up to a central position. I'm going to tuck those knees into the body, and we're just going to rock up and down the spine here just to bring us up to a seated position. So just gently rocking up and down until you get enough momentum to bring yourself all the way up. Now from here we're going to take our blanket and just pop it in the middle of the mat, and we're just going to come and sit on our blanket here. So we're just tipping the pelvis forward slightly, and then from here we're going to take the legs wide, not so wide that you feel a really intense stretch down the inside of the legs, so you should be comfortable to sit in this position. Now sitting on the blanket is just taking some pressure off the lower back as well, so you can lengthen through the spine and just start to draw those toes towards the body, so you can feel the stretch down your hamstrings. Now from here we're just going to take the right hand and place it on the left leg, floating the left hand up towards the ceiling, and then as you exhale you're just going to lean towards that right leg. But we're getting the stretch down the side of the body here, so just imagine that your body was in between two panes of glass, so we're not tipping forwards or tipping backwards, and this left shoulder is open, so your armpit is almost facing up towards the ceiling. Just taking a breath here, and then coming all the way up on the exhalation, placing your fingertips next to your your bottom, and then just moving the torso to face over that right leg now. From here, bringing the hand on either side of the thigh, finding length on the inhale, and then as we exhale, just walking those fingertips forwards, just coming down over that leg as much as feels comfortable for you. Picking how much you want to draw those toes towards the face to feel that stretch down the hamstring and the calf, down the back of the leg. Relaxing through those shoulders, and then just allow yourself to tune into that breath. So we lengthen on the inhale, and we just fold ever so slightly more on that exhale. Inhale, finding length. And exhale, coming down. Inhale, finding length. Exhale, coming down, and then just allowing the crown of the head to fall towards the earth. Feeling that release in the back of the neck. And just taking 3 meaningful breaths here. Make them long and slow and deep. On your next inhalation, just begin to bring the torso up and walk the hands all the way back towards the body. Bring the torso to face the middle again, and this time I'm going to take the left hand to the right leg, floating the right hand up towards the ceiling on the inhale, and then as you exhale, just coming into that side bend. So just noticing the stretch from your little finger all the way down into that bony part of the buttock. Keeping that right bottom rooted into the floor, so just coming down as far as you can still remain with both butt cheeks into the mat. Again, trying not to tip forwards or backwards. Just opening across that shoulder, feeling it go up towards the ceiling rather than caving forwards. Here for one more breath. On your next exhalation, bringing yourself back up, taking those fingertips next to the bottom and just moving the torso now over that left leg. Bring the hands to either side of the thigh, and as you inhale, finding length. Exhale, walking the hands forwards and just folding over that left leg now. Picking how much you want to draw the toes towards the face to feel that stretch down the back of the leg. You might not be able to come down as far as you usually can. It's first thing in the morning. That's absolutely fine. Just try and relax through the shoulders. Send that exhalation to those places that you feel a bit of tightness. And as you inhale, just lengthening from belly button to chin. Exhale, folding a little bit more. Going at your pace. Using your breath as a tool, as your guide. And then on your next exhalation, feel free to release the crown of the head down towards the floor. Feel the tension in the back of the neck just drop. Taking 3 meaningful breaths here. And then just gently bringing the torso up on the inhale, walking those fingertips back towards the body. Let's take the hands out to the side of the body, facing the palms up towards the ceiling as if you were serving plates as a waiter. Elbows there's a little bit of a gap in between the side body and your elbows. And we're just going to take some clockwise circles here. trying to keep nice and long through the spine. You can pick whether you'd like to relax through the feet or draw them towards the face here. Just taking a little movement and going the other way. Try and keep the chin parallel to the floor. And coming to stillness. Bring the hands to heart center here. We're going to inhale, float them up towards the ceiling, and exhale, bring them down through heart center. Inhale, take them up. Exhale, bring them back down. Inhale, take them up. Exhale, bring them back down. Inhale, take them up. Exhale, bring them back down. Let's take the arms out in front of us, and then we're just going to cross the left arm over the right and give ourselves a little hug here, walking the fingertips towards each other so that you can feel you've given yourself a really nice tight hug. Try to relax the shoulders down away from the ears, and then from here we're just going to shift the top half of the body towards the right hand side here. Just taking a breath, getting a bit of a shoulder stretch, the backs of the shoulders, and also just getting a little twist through the spine. Gently coming back to center now, taking the arms out wide again, and this time bringing the right arm on top of the left. Give yourself a hug and then walk those fingertips towards each other, relaxing down through the shoulders, taking a breath here. And then let's just isolate the top half of the body, moving it towards the left hand side now. Keeping the chin parallel to the floor, just taking a couple of breaths here. Feeling that twist through the spine, and gently bringing yourself back to center and unwinding the arms here. Take the hands out in front of you, creating that length from belly button to chin here. Inhaling, and then as you exhale, walking the hands maybe one step further away from you. Inhaling once more. And maybe taking the fingertips one step further away. Inhaling again. And you can stay here, or maybe you've got a little bit extra. And you can then just release the head again once more down to the floor. Just sending that exhalation to the tightness in the groin, the inside of the legs. 2 more breaths here. Be gentle with the body. After all, it's only the morning. Walking your hands back, bringing yourself up. Let's just gently bend through those knees, draw the feet together and give them a little shake. We're going to come onto our hands and knees now. So just using the blanket underneath the knees if you want to. And we're just going to do a few cat-cows. So come a bit towards the back of your mat as we're then going to do a sun salutation from the knees. So spreading into the hands underneath the shoulders, releasing the tops of the feet into the floor, drawing that belly button in towards the spine, feel that lower spine flatten. As we inhale, we're going to drop those shoulders down, chin and seat come up towards the ceiling, Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin, feel those shoulder blades slide away from each other, belly button comes up towards the ceiling. Taking that movement with the breath now, just noticing how the spine feels today. Coming back to our neutral spine, and then let's just take some clockwise circles, make them quite big, bring the bottom quite close to the heels, and then taking the weight forwards into the shoulders, moving as slowly as you want to. Try to draw that belly button in towards the spine so you're not hanging out in your lower back, and let's go the other way, anti-clockwise. Just taking those big circles. You can feel we're getting into the hips and the shoulders, and then just coming up to our box. From here we're going to come and tuck those toes under, and we're going to stand on our knees here, and we're just going to do a little sun salutation from the knees. So bring the hands to heart center. Let's inhale, float the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring them down through heart center. Inhale, take them up. Exhale, bring them down through heart center. Inhale, taking them up. Exhale, bring them down through heart center, and then bring the hands all the way down to the floor. Slide them forward. Bring the toes to touch, and bring the buttocks down into a child's pose. Take a deep breath in, release the breath out. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Bring ourselves back into our box position. We're going to take some swooping cats here. So as we inhale at the top, and then exhale, we're going to tuck the chin, move the weight towards the feet. Inhale, we're going to come forwards into the shoulders, pushing ourselves up. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin, move the energy backwards. Inhale, moving it forwards, bringing ourselves up. So let's just do a few rounds of this. Just getting into that moving meditation, syncing the breath with movement. And let's all meet in our box position. Taking that left leg out to the side now, the toe is pointing forwards, and we're just going to float that left hand up towards the ceiling. Nice open twist. Bring the hand back down to the floor, back to our box, taking the right foot out the other way, floating the right hand up towards the ceiling, right toe is pointing forwards of the mat. And bringing that hand back down. Let's come back into our box, and we're going to push up into a downward dog now. So tucking the toes under, taking the hands a step further away from you, really spreading into those fingers. That middle finger is pointing forwards. Start to feel the weight through the base of the thumb here, and then we're going to move the hips up, back and high. Taking the feet hip distance apart, and just allowing the knees to bend if you need to get a nice straight spine here. Feel that stretch go all up and down that spinal column. Make sure you're breathing here. Releasing a breath out. Let's maybe shake the head out here. Release some of that tension in the neck down towards the floor. One more breath. And then on your next exhalation, just gently bringing your knees all the way back down towards the mat. And let's just come and sit on our heels. And that's it for our morning stretches. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope these allow you to loosen up a little bit without having to exert loads of energy in the morning, and just set you up for some mindful movement and make you have a really good day. Thanks very much.